And yeah, we got about a minute till we go live, so. Okay, Jake, take it away. We are live.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Bay City Players as we present another original work by a Michigan playwright. My name is Jake Monroe, and I'm glad you've joined us for our third live stream performance. Last week, we brought you an enduring classic. Tonight, we're thrilled to present an original comedy, Cougar Named Florence, by Jessica T. Booth. Bay City Players is excited to participate in the Make Art Virtual campaign started by our friends at Midland Center for the Arts. Our doors might be closed right now, but we are dedicated to our mission of providing high-quality theatrical experiences for the entertainment, education, and enrichment of the community. The show must go on, but right now virtually. Also, as you well know, these are difficult times for everyone, people, organizations, and businesses. So if you enjoy seeing these live streaming events and would like to support our efforts, please consider making donations to Bay City Players. Today we are participating in Give Local Bay, a 24-hour giving campaign supporting local nonprofits. All donations would be appreciated. Please visit www.givelocalbay.org. All funds raised through this campaign will be available to us shortly to make after the event, and by contributing, you can help us reach prizes and incentive money to make your donation go even farther. You're also free to donate as you wish by visiting www.baycityplayers.org and clicking the donate button. We thank you for your support during this difficult time and wish you all very well. At this point, I would like to hand it over to Jessica Booth and introduce herself and tell us a little bit about the play that you'll be seeing this evening. Jessica.
Hi everyone, I'm Jessica Booth. I'm originally from Carrollton, Michigan, and spent several years at Bay City Players. A few years ago, I got an idea for a play about when the term cougar became a little more popular. I based Florence on a combination of some of my crazy relatives. So there's some actual true life stories in there and some little anecdotes that I grew up with. So I hope you enjoy, have fun. That's what this is all about. And we will now present to you A Cougar Named Florence.
Thank you very much, Jessica. Looking forward to it. During these unprecedented times, we're grateful to use this platform to connect with each other. So please, as the show is progressing, feel free to comment and let us know what you think. Our cast comes to you with little rehearsal time and without access to our theater, so we've found props to use in our own home. And if you're interested in participating in future programs such as this, please send a message on our Facebook page or message MJ Wisniewski personally, and he'll add you to the list. Also, stay tuned for our next performance, but more about that after the show. And now, before we get started, cast, I'd like to call out your name so that you can give a wave to the audience and let them know your character's name and where you're from. Debbie Lake.
Hello, I'm playing Florence, and I am from Saginaw.
Mike Wisniewski.
Hi, I am playing Ted, and I am from Bay City.
Aaron Fry.
Hi, I'm playing Denise and from Thomas Township.
Andrew Walker.
Hi, I'm Andrew. I'm playing Brad. I'm from Standish.
And John Tanner.
I will be playing Pastor John Kitchen, and I'm from Auburn.
And tonight our swing actors are Judy Harper.
Hi, I'm coming to you from Flushing.
And I'm Jake Monroe, coming to you from Frayland. In the event one of our actors experiences technical difficulties, the swing actors will step in to do our best to keep the performance seamless. And speaking of tech, we have James Pulaski behind the scenes, making sure everything runs smoothly. So thank you. And last but not least, our narrator this evening is Jessica Booth. So thank you all for so thank you all for joining us tonight. Again, give consideration to Give Local Bay and sit back. Hopefully you have a drink in hand and enjoy A Cougar Named Florence.
Act 1, Scene 1. Lights up. Ted and Denise's apartment. Florence sitting on the couch, knitting and talking on the phone.
You know, I just don't get it, Donna Mae. The kids, they just think I'm crazy. Oh, well, that was funny. Besides, just because I thought there were really such things as fan belt snakes, that doesn't make me senile. No, that is completely different. No one knows for sure what my sweet Norman did for the government. No, it is entirely possible that he worked with the aliens. He was at Wright-Patterson when they had that alien autopsy. It did so happen. I read all about it in the National Enquirer. Oh, so you think I'm crazy too, huh? Donna Mae, my mother, she is not crazy. She was a sweet woman who liked her scotch. No, she only did that when the emphysema kicked in. Besides, a lot of people smoke when they're on oxygen. It's not like it's dangerous to do that, you know? It is? Well, I didn't know it was flammable. Are you sure? Still, you know what? None of this makes me crazy. All right, already. Enough about my craziness. Hey, are we still on for bowling later?
Blackout. Act 1, Scene 2. Ted and Denise's apartment. It's up on Ted sitting in a chair.
Denise, I think you're overreacting.
Overreacting? You can't be serious, Ted. She's losing her mind. I never noticed it until she moved in here, but she is. She's losing it. I'm sorry to be the one to say it.
My mother has always been a little eccentric. You know that.
Eccentric? Your mom pushed your niece out of the car when she was 4 years old.
She did not. The door just happened to open when they turned the corner.
Your mother didn't stop for half a block. Thank God that child has a hard head.
That's not fair. Judy wasn't hurt at all. A couple scrapes to her hands.
As she desperately tried to keep her head from hitting the pavement.
Well...
Oh, not to mention, her head almost got run over by the rear tire.
Yeah, well, sometimes that little shit deserves it.
Ted, be nice.
I am. But that kid has always been a brat. It doesn't matter. It was like 15 years ago.
14. She graduates in 2 months.
Still, that was a long time ago.
It's not like fine wine. Your mind doesn't get better with age, Ted.
All right, fine. So my mother probably shouldn't be driving with kids around anymore. But that doesn't mean she's losing it.
Florence enters.
Mother, what are you doing?
Oh, Teddy, Denise, I didn't even know you were home. Aren't you two supposed to be at work?
It's Saturday, Mom.
Oh my, it is, isn't it? Oh no, I know. I left it here. Last night. Where the hell is it? Oh, my pocketbook. Ta-ta, kids.
Wait a minute. Where are you going?
Well, I have to meet Sunshine and Donna Mae.
For what?
Bowling.
What's with the wig, Flo?
Denise.
I'm just curious if she's bowling at a bowling alley that caters to women of the night.
No, dear. We do this from time to time.
Do what? Dress like hookers?
Denise.
No, we dress in different outfits. It makes it more interesting.
I see.
Want me to give you a ride, Mom?
No, I'll be fine. I'll see you two later. Don't wait off.
Florence exits.
Don't say it. I don't want to hear it, okay?
Hear me say anything?
No, but you wanted to.
I did not want to say that your mother is starting to turn into a real whack job.
Thanks, Denise. Real helpful.
Look, Ted, this happens to people. She's getting up there in age. The mind starts to slip a little. She doesn't think hers is, but it is.
You know what? She's just having an off day, that's all.
She didn't say didn't she say the only reason she moved in with us is because we live closer to the Bob Evans than your sister? I mean, seriously, who makes decisions on their living situation based on the nearest greasy spoon?
That's not fair. You know, Bob Evans is down on the farm goodness.
Oh, I understand that you don't want to deal with this, but I hate to say it, Ted, she's starting to drive me crazy.
Be fair, Denise.
I am being fair.
My mother is a pleasure to be around.
A pleasure? Oh, constantly talking to me about shit I don't want to hear. Just constantly talking. Does she ever shut up? Did I tell you about the other day?
Probably not. Enlighten me.
I was in the kitchen. She pulled into the driveway. She's walking up the house and already talking, having a complete conversation with me, and I was in here. That's not right, Ted.
Maybe she just needs someone to be with her all the time.
Well, I am not volunteering for that one. Have your sister do it. She's the one that trims your mom's toenails.
I don't mean a caregiver. She's still perfectly capable of taking care of herself.
All except the toenails.
Mom and Dorothy have time to bond together that way. Besides, Dorothy enjoys doing it.
That's just wrong.
No, I just think my mother gets lonely. Since Dad died, she's been alone. You know, maybe we need to find her
An insane asylum? A puppy? A vibrator? A boyfriend?
That's it. A boyfriend.
Are you insane? I can see the eHarmony ad now. Elderly, bowling, crazy woman seeks elderly, crazy man to drive each other crazier instead of making their respective families crazy. Brilliant.
I am not listing my mother on eHarmony.
How about eBay or Craigslist?
No. We both know people. Now, maybe the father of one of our friends or coworkers.
I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy or yours.
You know, what about Sharon?
I don't think your mom is Sharon's type.
God, you can be difficult sometimes.
Well, Sharon's dad is widowed. He might be into your mom. He likes to play cards and bowl. I know that. Your mom is in all those crazy bowling clubs. It's just that, well, I'm not so sure he can,
What? Throw his ball around anymore?
Something like that.
Denise, what do you think he can do?
Let's see, Ted. I'm not so sure he can knit a sweater or quilt. Pretty sure running a marathon is out. I'm talking about in the bedroom.
Oh, gross. The last thing I want to think about is my mother doing the nasty with Sharon's dad, and I don't even know Sharon's dad.
Old people have needs. You've seen the commercials of a Viagra.
You know, stop it, Denise. You keep talking about my mother and sex, and I don't want to ever do it again.
Oh, well, in that case, I wonder if your mother likes to be on top or on the bottom.
That's not helping.
All right. I'll call Sharon.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
You were the one that brought it up. Besides, what can it hurt? Sharon. Hi. It's Denise. Listen, Ted and I were just talking about his mother. Yeah, the crazy one that lives here.
Nice. Glad your friends think my mother is crazy.
If the straitjacket fits. We kind of think she needs to meet someone. A male someone. You know, occupy her time a little.
Let's get it on.
That? Oh, that's Ted being an ass like always. Anyway, I thought about your dad. He's about Florence's age. Thought maybe he might be interested in taking her to dinner sometime.
I'm pretty sure my mother will not put out even if she gets dinner.
Not even oral sex?
Oh, you sure are brave when you're offering it up for someone else.
Not like you never get it.
That's right. I remember our celebration when Mount St. Helens erupted.
Really? Great. I'll let her know. Thanks, Sharon.
What did Sharon say?
Sharon's dad, Wilbur.
Wilbur? You're fixing my mother up with Wilbur? Wasn't that the pig in Charlotte's Web?
So his name's Wilbur. So what? Your name's Thurgood. I still married you.
I told you, don't call me that.
Who cares what his name is? He actually has an event at his club.
What kind of club? Moose?
Elk, I think. It's tomorrow night. Sharon seems to think it'd be good to have the two of them go. Her dad's pretty lonely too. He's coming at 3 o'clock tomorrow.
A 3 o'clock date? Pretty early, isn't it?
Not when you go to bed at 7, it isn't.
So what do we do now? Just spring it on her? Hey, Mom, decided to set you up on a blind date.
It'll be easy. We'll just tell her that we have a friend and her widowed father needs someone to take to an event. Old people do that sort of thing all the time.
Please stop calling my mother old.
Oh,
Florence honors.
it is just me, kids. I forgot my bowling ball. I got halfway there. I realized I didn't have my ball. Silly me.
Forgot her ball, lost her marbles.
Shut up. Hey, Mom, I'm glad you came back. We want to talk to you.
I can't, Teddy. I gotta get there. I only have the lanes for a couple of hours. It's nickel and dime bowling for strikes and spares, and I'm feeling lucky today.
It will only take a minute. Sit down.
Oh my! Did someone die?
No, Mom, not at all. You don't have any plans tomorrow afternoon, do you?
Church in the morning and breakfast with the red hat ladies, and then I'm free as a bird.
Great. Denise has a friend
Sharon.
whose father is widowed.
Wilbur.
He has an event at the Moose Lodge.
Elk.
I can handle this. We were just thinking that since you were all alone and Wilbur is all alone and the moose, the elk are having this event, that maybe if you wanted to.
Wilbur wants to take you to the Elk Lodge for dinner tomorrow.
A date?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been on a date in years. I wouldn't even know what to do.
Oh, it's like riding a bike once you learn how.
Well, I never did learn how to date. I did learn how to ride a bike. Oh, I remember I used to bicycle once when I was an adult. You know that saying, once you learn how, you never forget? Oh, that is not true. I kept trying and trying to keep my balance, but I kept...
Mother, focus.
As I was saying, I never dated. Met your father in high school, and that was all there was to it.
Denise and I think this would be good for you.
Here we go again. What is it this time? Oh, that's right. You both think I'm crazy.
No, of course not. We just think you might be lonely.
Shouldn't I be the one to determine that, not the two of you?
Look, Florence.
No, you look. I might be old, all right? But I am not senile. I like to enjoy myself. I like to laugh a little. Is that so wrong? Are laughing people crazy?
Sometimes.
Sometimes you get confused and do strange things.
Like insisting you took the train to Cuba, or that they moved the entire city of Saginaw.
Denise!
Huh? Just trying to help.
I did take the train to Cuba.
No, Mom, you didn't. Cuba is an island. It is impossible to get there by train.
No, now you two are the crazy ones. I never said that the train was on a track. I took the train to Florida, and then the train car was loaded on a ferry, and the ferry took us to Cuba.
And what about moving an entire city?
It's possible.
No, it's not.
No! I get confused sometimes. But that doesn't make me crazy. It doesn't mean I have to be fixed up on a blind date by my son. What are you going to do next? You're going to take out a personal ad in the paper for me?
We were thinking eHarmony, actually.
Denise, you are not helping here.
Sorry.
Mom, just give Wilbur a chance.
Wasn't that the pig in Charlotte's Web?
Yes, Mom, but we aren't setting you up with an animal.
He's a moose.
Elk.
Elk.
Either way, aren't those animals?
You know what? Do it for me, Mom.
Oh, all right. I will do it for you. Oh, my dearest son, I will do it for you. But mark my words, this is a bad idea.
Blackout. Act 1, Scene 3. Ted and Denise's apartment, 2 days later. Lights up on Ted and Florence sitting in the living room.
You just don't understand Ted. He's old. I told you this already.
No offense, Mom, but you aren't some spring chicken yourself.
But I am not as old as Wilbur the pig. And besides, he chews with his mouth open.
Well, maybe he was nervous. Maybe he had problems with his dentures. I mean, maybe you guys need to give it one more chance.
No, Teddy, I will not. Look, honey, I appreciate very much what you are trying to do, but I think I can handle it myself. You know, as a matter of fact, I met a very nice man at the bowling alley. It's kind of cute too.
Oh, is he in your bowling league?
No, he works at the lanes. A very nice man. He seems more up my alley. Did I just say that? That was pretty funny, wasn't it, dear?
Florence exits.
Riot, Mom. Oh.
Denise enters.
We're slow.
Stop calling her that. Maybe it makes me think of that progressive insurance chick.
Well, where is she?
She went to her room, I think.
So tell me what happened. Wilbur's a no-go, huh?
She keeps saying he's too boring for her. He chews with his mouth open, but she met some guy at the bowling alley. Can you believe it?
Well, what's wrong with that, Ted? It would be right up her alley. Oh, I cracked myself up.
My mother said the same thing.
Oh, shit, I am becoming your mother.
Oh, I hope not. That might put a cramp in our lovemaking. Now, can we get back to the subject here?
I don't understand what your problem is, Ted. I mean, someone who bowls on her league, that'd be ideal for her. She loves bowling.
He isn't on her league. He works there.
Even better. She can save some money on lane fees and shoe rentals.
Now, don't you think it's weird that my mother wants to date some guy that works at the bowling alley? I mean, you've seen the people that work at bowling alleys. I mean, they're creepy. I mean, they play with other people's stinky shoes all day.
You are overreacting, Ted. It's probably some nice old retiree who wants extra cash and loves bowling.
Old retirees are Walmart greeters. Everybody knows that. How many old retirees do you know who work at bowling alleys?
Considering I don't hang out with old retirees or frequent bowling alleys very often, none. Ted, do you think your mother is a cougar?
A cougar?
Yeah, a cougar?
What the hell is a cougar?
Ugh, get with the times, Ted. A cougar is an older woman who dates younger men, like Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher, or Liz Taylor and one of the younger guys she married.
My mother, a cougar. I don't think so, Denise. I mean, she's an attractive woman for her age. Don't get me wrong, but a cougar? I mean, what young guy would want to date her?
So you do think your mother is old?
No, I just don't know what a younger man would see in her.
I think younger men find security in older women. Not to mention, older women can sometimes be more experienced in the bedroom.
Should I be concerned that you know this much about cougars and their cubs?
I'm just saying it's possible.
I would rather she stick with the Wilburs of the world.
Well, until we meet him, we won't know.
Until you
Florence
meet,
enters.
till you meet whom?
I was just telling Denise about the nice man you met at the bowling alley. She thought maybe we should meet him.
I suppose, although we only hung out together at the lanes. Tonight's our first official date. He's taking me out dancing tonight.
What? Great, dancing. There will be artificial knees. What? Just concerned about her medical coverage.
You know, I haven't been out dancing in ages. Your father, Ted, he hated dancing. He said he felt like he had two left feet. He was actually pretty good at it. I hope I remember how, all right? I don't know what sort of new dances these kids are doing nowadays. I'm used to the classics myself, you know, like waltzes, Charleston, that sort of thing, you know, like.
Why would it matter what dances the kids are doing these days? I mean,
I don't want to be embarrassed, do I? Well, I'm off to meet Brad at the lanes, and then we are going out.
but Mom,
Florence exits.
Days, what the hell does she mean by that?
I don't know. I have no clue. Brad? I mean, doesn't that sound like some old retired guy, doesn't it?
Oh, not really. Ooh, maybe it's Brad Pitt. That wouldn't be bad for a cougar.
Denise, you really aren't helping here. Right. Brad Pitt works at the bowling alley and is prepared to leave Angelina Jolie for my mother.
Flo Pitt. Kind of like the sound of that.
Denise!
Look, Ted, your mother isn't some 16-year-old girl. She's in her 70s. You just have to sit back, relax, wait and see what happens. We'll make her bring him over so we can meet him. We'll have dinner or something. It'll be fine.
I hope so, but I don't know. I have a bad feeling about this.
Blackout. Act 1, Scene 4. 3 days later. Lights come up with Ted picking up their apartment and Denise setting the table.
I can't believe that we are finally going to meet this guy. The way your mom talks, you'd think he's the next best thing to sliced bread.
Yeah, well, it's a little weird for me to meet some guy who may or may not be porking my mother.
I thought we weren't allowed to talk about your mother and sex.
You don't think I think about it?
Really, Ted, gross. You shouldn't think about your mother and sex. I think there was some Freudian thing about that.
You know what I mean.
Florence enters.
What are you two staring at?
Mother, what the hell? Where are your damn pants?
Don't you speak to me like that, Thorgood.
Way to tell him, Florence.
Mother, your pants.
I made Brad some of my famous fried chicken.
Is it famous because you cook it without pants?
No, silly, I had nice pants on. I didn't want to get any grease spattered on them, so I took them off. It's much easier this way. You spread a sheet on the floor, and pretty soon you got fried chicken.
So scalding hot grease on your bare skin is better than on your pants. You know, that's why they make aprons, Florence.
I don't wear aprons. An apron would wrinkle my blouse. Oh, and by the way, does this blouse say sexy chic?
Okay, enough already. Mother, go put some pants on.
Oh, my. Oh, I think that's my Brad. He can't see me like this. You two, let him in. I'll be right back.
Florence exits.
Well, go on, Teddy. Open the door for your new stepfather.
Sometimes you really tick me off, Denise.
I have a gift. Go open the door.
Hello.
You must be Brad. Pleased to meet you.
You must be.
Brad, nice to meet you. I'm Florence's daughter-in-law, Denise.
Oh, I've heard so much about you two.
Ted, I think you've shaken the young man's, I mean, Brad's hands long enough. May I, can I take that from you?
Oh, sure. Here you go.
Thank you. I'll just go and put those in some water. Would you like this wine right now, or?
Oh no. I'll wait for dinner. Thank you, though, Denise.
Okay, all right. Be nice. I'll be right back. Florence just freshening up a bit. She'll be out shortly. Make herself at home.
Denise exits.
So Brad.
Yes, sir.
Please call me Ted.
Sorry, sir.
You must really like my mother to come here and have dinner with her son and daughter-in-law.
Oh, my Flo is a wonderful woman.
Flo?
Denise enters.
Flo?
Florence, that's my pet name for her. She has such spunk, such life. Oh, I hope I could have half that when I'm that age.
He's already half her age, so why not strive to be half that at half her age?
I mean, she's so independent and beautiful, too.
He must be high. That's it. He's a drug dealer, and he's using her for her money.
Would you shut the hell up already?
Sorry, I'm just floored by all this. He can't be more than 35.
Florence enters.
And there's my beautiful Flo now.
Oh, Brad, I'm so glad you could make it.
So, Mom, is dinner ready? I mean, I think we should eat, don't you?
Oh, everything is ready after you, Brad.
Oh, no, my love. After you.
Blackout. Act 1, Scene 5. After dinner. Lights come up with Brad and Florence seated very close to one another on the couch. Denise is seated in a chair. Ted is pacing.
So she tells me that I remind her of a young Cary Grant, and I say, I remind you of a girl? Get it? Cary, Carrie.
Yeah, yep, we got it.
So then I went on to explain to him about some of the movies Cary Grant did and how debonair he was.
Wasn't Cary Grant gay?
Denise.
Maybe he was bisexual. I think he was bisexual.
Well, either way, he was handsome. Just like my little Brad here. Well, only little in some ways. Right, dear?
What?
She means, in the pants.
I knew what you were talking about, lover. Meow.
This is totally unreal.
Would you two excuse us for a minute? What the hell are you laughing at?
Come on, Ted. You don't think this is funny? The way they're funny all over at each other?
No, I don't, Denise. This is obviously something. There's something obviously wrong with that man. How could he want to have sex with? Sleep with. Make love to my mother.
Maybe he's into that sort of stuff.
Into what? Senior citizens?
No, sex. Wrong with two consensual adults having sex with one another.
Nothing, except for the fact that one of those two adults is twice, if not more times the age of the other, and she's my mother.
Oh, maybe he thinks she's loaded. He figures he only has to do her for a couple years and then she kicks off and everything would be his. Huh?
Denise, she's my mother. Now, what? Well, wait a minute. Do you think so?
Learn a little thing called sarcasm, Ted. She's not like that old guy in the Anna Nicole married. Your mom lives with her son and daughter-in-law. That's probably the first tip-off that she's not loaded.
Well, kids, I think we're going to head out.
What do you mean? I thought you guys were hanging out here with us tonight.
Well, Brad wants to go listen to a band at his favorite pub tonight. I told him I wanted to go with him.
Oh, it's this great garage type band. Kind of grunge, only just a little bit lighter. They call themselves Cougars with Lugers, and they come out with ears and tails and carrying fake guns.
Ironic.
But I thought we would just hang out together tonight. I mean, the four of us, talking, getting to know one another.
Another time, honey. You two, you have a real nice evening.
Florence and Brad exit.
No, I'm worried, Denise. This isn't right.
What? Your mother has found a younger man. It's fine.
You don't think this guy really is out for her money, do you?
How can he be out for something she doesn't have? Your mom gets a small pension and Social Security. That's why she lives here. Maybe he just likes older women. I think there's probably some people out there like that, like chubby chasers.
Dare I ask? Chubby chasers?
Guys that only date heavier gals.
But Brad is about 40 years younger than my mother. We aren't talking 5, 10 years. We're talking 40. I think he's using her.
Yeah, but you don't know that.
No, I don't. But it's my mother. I see how happy she is, and I don't want him to hurt her.
Well, you are right about how happy she is with him. Let's just wait and see what happens.
Florence enters.
No, Denise. It's my mother, and I really think I have to fix her up with someone else.
Well, like she would go from the young bowling alley Brad to some old Walmart greeter. I think you should just calm down and wait this out.
You want me to wait this out? No way, Denise. I will not have this kid hurt my mother. Nope, won't happen. We'll just have to see who else we can find out there.
Are you rethinking the eHarmony ad?
No, but I need to figure something out. I can't believe you aren't worried about all of it.
What's there to worry about? She hasn't signed over any assets to him. She hasn't changed her will. She's having fun. And not to mention getting laid by a guy half her age. It's a great thing.
We are not speaking about my mother and sex again, are we? I mean, what about that guy from across the street?
Who, Norbert? For one, he's about 100. Two, way too close to your dad's name. Norb, what if she called out the wrong name during one of their throws of passion?
Stop with the sex talk about my mother.
I vote no on Norbert. Maybe we can get Wilbur to come over again and see where that goes.
No, Wilbur is out. He chews with his mouth open. I mean, we need someone new, someone she hasn't seen before. One way or another, I am finding someone for my mother. That's all there is to it.
Don't look at me for help. I already did my part by fixing her up with Wilbur.
Like you are really helping with this. Don't worry, after seeing how Wilbur worked out, I won't seek out your help.
Blackout. Act 1, Scene 6, Brad's apartment. Dim lights up on Florence and Brad lying in bed talking.
I wish you weren't so upset, Flo.
I just don't understand why they can't just accept all of this.
Give them some time, honey. It's all brand new to them.
I don't have a lot of time, Brad.
But don't say that. You're starting to sound like that daughter-in-law of yours.
Oh, Denise is a sweet girl. She's sarcastic, but sweet.
She acts like you're ready for an old folks home.
Well, if she had her way, I'd probably be in an old folks home. They They just can't stop interfering in things.
If they cared that much, they would butt out and. But really, I think you should just be lucky that they care so much about you.
But if they cared that much, they would just butt out, and stop trying to run my life.
They just want to make sure you don't get hurt, hon.
Oh,
That's all.
That's exactly what Teddy said. He didn't want that kid to hurt his mother.
I would never do something like that to you, Flo. You know that. You've made me happier these past few days than I've been my entire life. Let's just face it. We have each other. And isn't that all that really matters?
I suppose so.
Maybe we just need to have dinner with them again. Let them see how good we are together. No one could deny that you and I are into each other.
Oh, I don't know, Brad. If you could hear them talk, they want to put me on eHarmony. What does that even mean?
It's a dating website, honey.
Website?
I'll explain it later. Just right now, I want you to relax and not worry about what those two are doing.
Oh, Brad, I feel so young when I'm with you.
Blackout. End of Act 1. Act 2, Scene 1. 1 week later. Ted in Denise's apartment. Lights up.
I'll get it.
Denise enters.
I'll get it. It's probably my new stepfather-in-law come to see his cougar. May I help you?
Oh, yes. Good afternoon, ma'am. I hope I didn't come at a bad time.
Well, why no? What can I do for you?
Well, I am new to the area, and I didn't know if this was a bad time for you and your husband.
No. Ted didn't tell me he invited anyone over.
Oh, ma'am?
My husband.
Yeah.
Please, come in. Have a seat. Anywhere you'd like. I need to find my husband. I'll be right back.
Denise exits.
Oh, my, I'm sorry. I'm Ted. I live here.
Oh, well, hello. My name is John Kitchen. Pleased to meet you.
And you are here, why?
Oh, well.
I got it. She said she wasn't going to help me, but she lied.
No. No, I am sorry, sir. But I think there must be some mistake here.
You look nice. Maybe a little too boring for my mother. She likes him young and exciting, which is why we are in this situation in the first place. But you do look kind of handsome, and you're a little closer to her age.
I beg your pardon?
Did Denise go into the kitchen?
I'm not sure.
I'll go find her. I'll be right back.
But, sir... Oh, hello, ma'am.
Hello. May I help you?
Oh, jeez. Finally, yes, ma'am. I think there is some confusion here.
Confusion.
Yeah.
I told them. I told them to stop meddling in my affairs. So who do they think they are? I'm completely content. What do they think? I'm going to join a convent because I'm old? I mean, it makes no sense. Well, they think I'm too old. They think I'm too old. I'll show them how young I can be.
Denise enters.
I'm so sorry about this. We will be right with you. Here you go.
Did Denise just come out here?
Well, a young woman did come out here and she brought me this drink.
Great. We'll be right with you.
But, sir,
Excuse me.
uh,
Do
yeah,
you plan on staying long?
well, I don't know.
Great.
Who are you?
No. My name is John Kitchen. And you are?
With Florence. You have a lot of nerve, mister, coming here when you know she's seeing me.
No, young man.
So what if I'm young? Does age really matter? If we love each other, and I tell you what, mister, I love her, then what difference does a few years make? The audacity of that kid of hers and his wife. Let her be. She's happy with me. She's content with me. Stop trying to change everything.
Florence enters.
Pardon me, ma'am.
My name is Florence.
Yeah.
Some say I'm a cougar.
Ma'am, I think there must be a huge mistake here.
Oh, I don't.
Yes.
I'm so glad you came by. Now, what can Flo do for you?
I merely came by to introduce myself.
Ooh, of course.
Yes. Well, my name is John Kitchen.
Oh, I would love to cook in your kitchen sometime, John. May I?
Sure.
Yeah.
I often have 3 or 4 ladies when there is a special
Woo!
event.
Really? 3 or 4? Wow, that is
Yeah.
impressive.
Well, we all like to help each other out.
Ooh, I bet you do. So, tell me,
Mm.
John,
Mm.
what do you do for fun?
Fun. Oh, right. Yes. Oh, there are a lot of activities that we participate in.
Ooh, really? Do tell. Mhm.
Well, besides our weekly events, our weekly meetings, there are
Mhm.
events, and maybe 200 or so will turn out.
Ooh, I've never been with that many.
Oh, I have.
Ooh,
Back home, it wasn't unusual to have 200 on a Sunday.
200. Oh,
Yes.
oh.
Ted and Denise enter.
We are a little confused.
You see, I thought Denise invited you over.
And I thought Ted invited you over.
Now we don't believe anyone invited you over.
So would you mind telling us who you are?
Brad!
Brad enters.
Oh, Brad.
I had to come back, Flo. Why are you dressed like that? You leave us alone. We're in love.
Oh, wow. This is going to be good.
Young man. Um, uh, uh, it, uh,
Brad!
I told you before, stop with the young man. Age is irrelevant. Love is all that matters.
Oh, Brad!
Mom!
Ted.
folks.
I'm in love with Brad, Ted. There's no denying it. He has made me feel younger than I've ever felt before in my whole life. He makes me smile. He warms my heart and my soul. I cannot live without him. And it's time you accept that.
But Mother, he's just using you.
Wait a minute, Ted. How dare you say I'm using her? I love her, and I have from the moment she got her beautiful size 6 bowling shoes for me and asked me to polish her ball.
Wait, I thought it was the other way around. She polished your ball.
Denise, you are not helping here.
All I know is if you want her, you're going to have to fight me for her, mister. And I'm not giving her up that easy, so let's do this.
Whoa, Brad. Wait a minute.
Whoa, young man, young man, you don't want to do this.
I told you, stop with the young man. I'm warning you, mister.
Oh, I wish someone would tell me what's going on here.
Brad, why don't you just calm down?
Yes, young man. Calm down. Just calm down.
Oh, I warned you.
Blackout. Act 2, Scene 2. The lights are up. The pastor is laying on the sofa. Florence and Brad are standing in each other's arms. Denise is kneeling on the floor by the pastor. Ted is opposite Florence and Brad standing.
I am so sorry about this, Father. Are we forgiven?
I'm not a reverend. I'm a pastor.
Pastor.
Yes. No, it's all a mistake. I understand. I think.
I'm sorry too, sir. I just thought you're trying to steal my girl.
It was so brave of you, Brad, coming to my rescue like that.
Of course. He didn't want to make a big bad pastor to steal you away. They can't even have sex.
Denise.
Well, they can't. I'm just speaking the God's honest truth. Right, Padre?
I am a Lutheran pastor. We can partake in relationships. You're thinking of Catholic priests.
Really? I thought you were all the same.
Denise, can't you just keep your mouth shut for once? Or do you plan on offending everyone in here?
I'm just curious.
My wife, the curious agnostic.
You are agnostic? Oh, dear.
No, of course not. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
The last time you went to church was when you got baptized.
That is so unfair. I went to church when we got married.
Bitching and moaning all the entire time.
I was bitching and moaning because I was about to marry you, Ted, not because I was going to church.
Nice, Denise, real nice.
So, if you are a pastor, that means you could marry my Brad and I, couldn't you?
Marriage. Aren't we jumping the gun just a little bit, Flo? I mean, I'm still young.
She's not.
Thank you so much, dear, for the compliment. I just thought how much you expressed, how much you wanted to express your deep feelings for me. I thought maybe you would want to get married.
Unbelievable.
Maybe one day, Flo, but just not right now. You don't need to rush into anything quite yet.
I see. But you know, Brad, I'm not getting any younger.
I'll second that.
I think that under the circumstances, it wouldn't be wise for me to marry the two of you anyway. After all, I've just been assaulted by the groom.
Oh, sorry again. I hope you are okay.
Oh, yes. I will be fine, but I think I must really be going.
Oh, but please don't leave. Can I interest you in staying for dinner?
No. With all due respect, there is no way in hell that I'm having dinner with this family. Frankly, I would just like to get out of here as fast as possible.
Well, Please, Pastor. We really are not that out of whack.
Oh, no. From what I've seen, yes. You are.
Blackout. Act 2, Scene 3, Brad's apartment. It's 2 days later. Lights up on Brad and Florence. They're sitting on his bed.
But I just don't understand, Flo. I thought we had something really special here.
Oh, Brad, we do. I just don't think it'll work.
Why? Because of those damn kids of yours? Oh, I knew this would happen.
No, Brad, they don't even know I'm breaking it off with you.
Then what is it? I'm not fun enough for you? Is that it? You don't enjoy our sex life?
No, of course not, dear. I enjoy our time together, no matter what we're doing. It's just that
I'm too young for you. Is that it?
Actually,
I'm very mature for my age, Flo. You know that.
It's not that, honey. It's
Well, tell me. I'm a man. I can take it. I don't make enough money for you. I don't have a glamorous job. You know I'm taking classes in bowling alley management. One day I might even own that joint.
Oh, Brad, darling, it isn't any of those things. I think you're a wonderful, wonderful man who will definitely make some woman happy one day. It just can't be me.
Is this because the other day when I froze in front of that pastor? If that's it, Flo, we can get married right away. Let's go.
No, Brad. Sorry. I just can't be with you. I have to say goodbye.
Blackout. Act 1, Scene 4, Ted and Denise's apartment, 3 days later. Lights up on Denise at the dining table, Ted on the couch. Both are reading the newspaper.
You know, just let it go, Denise. You have been talking about this for 3 days.
And
You will probably never ever see that Pastor John Kitchen again.
but what if I do? Or worse yet, what if he lets people know I'm agnostic?
Who the hell is he going to tell that would affect you? God? I mean, I don't think he has that kind of pull. He's only a Lutheran pastor. Now, if you were a Catholic priest, I would say you were onto something.
I'm serious, Ted.
So am I, Denise. You are talking nonsense. It is all a misunderstanding.
Did you see how quickly he wanted to get out of here? He didn't even ask us what I was cooking for dinner.
You are unbelievable at times. You offend the man, then assume that he wants to stay for meatloaf?
I will have you know I make a damn good meatloaf, and don't you ever forget it.
I don't care if you were having filet mignon with black truffle sauce. There was no way that man was staying for dinner.
Do you think I should attend a service at his church? Show him I'm not crazy?
I think you attending service would show him that you are crazy.
Sometimes you can really tick me off, Ted.
I have a gift.
I just don't want to go down in the books as some sarcastic agnostic.
But you are a sarcastic agnostic.
You know that. I know that. Maybe even your mother knows that. But not everyone in town. If word gets around, I'll never get invited to afternoon tea.
Afternoon tea? Who the hell has afternoon tea?
A lot of times, those church ladies do. They have afternoon tea, or they go to dinner. They socialize.
And you think you would fit in with church ladies?
And why the hell wouldn't I?
Let's see. Your ability to toss a curse word into every sentence.
They're good. I do not do that.
Damn right you do.
Oh, pot calling kettle black.
Don't even go there. I can keep it clean a lot better than you.
I resemble that remark.
Now, look, honey, I'm just saying church is for some people and it isn't for others. In this case, you are an other. My mother, on the other hand, hasn't missed a church service in years.
Well, isn't she just so special? She'll have enough religion for all of us. Speaking of your mother, I wonder where she is. Seems awful late for her to be sleeping in.
Maybe her and Brad are getting up there, getting it on or whatever.
Oh, gross, Ted. That's just plain gross.
Florence Centers.
Oh, another exciting bowling outing, Mom?
Does this look like a bowling outfit?
With you, Flo, it's hard to tell. Hot date then?
No, unfortunately, no. As a matter of fact, Denise, come here and sit with Ted. We need to talk.
Oh, no.
This should be good.
I have an announcement to make.
An announcement?
Yes.
You're getting married?
You're pregnant.
Denise!
Well,
It is impossible for her to be pregnant.
no, it isn't. Don't you remember a while back, some woman from Spain? She had a baby at age 66.
So my mother is in her 70s, not to mention she had that operation.
That's a few years.
Ted! Would you focus? Please.
Sorry, Mother. Oh, okay, what's the announcement?
I'm moving.
Ooh, did a Golden Corral open up near your daughter Dorothy's house? Sick of Bob Evans, are ya?
No, not at all. Bob Evans is down on the farm. Goodness.
I told you so.
Don't bite me, Thurgood.
So Mom, what is it? Why do you want to move? I mean, you don't like living here with us? I mean, all your friends are here. The bowling leagues, the weather isn't that bad here. I mean, wouldn't you miss it? And you make fried chicken.
Please, Ted, stop trying so hard to convince her to stay.
Denise, she's my mother.
But she's correct.
I've decided I want to move to Florida.
Because that's what all red-blooded Americans do when they get old. Pack it up and move to Florida.
Stop calling my mother old. But Mom, what about Brad?
I just don't think we're cut out for each other. I need someone a little more exciting than grunge music at some seedy pub.
Well, maybe you need to look into meeting someone more your age.
Why would I want to do that?
I've read up on this stuff, Mom. They say it's dangerous for an older woman to date much younger men.
Oh, where the hell did you find that information?
AARP did a study on it.
I think you're overreacting, Ted.
I hate to say that I agree with your mother this time, but I do.
I don't remember the statistics off the top of my head, but there's an increased risk of death due to the stress of being in a relationship with a much younger man.
I thought AARP only gave you, like, discounts at McDonald's.
Oh, no, dear. They do studies. They help with life insurance. It's a very unique organization.
Can we get back to this Florida issue, please?
Well, I've already checked up into a few places. I found some that I really like.
But for how long? I mean, just the winters, right?
No, dear. Year round.
But you'll come back and visit, right?
Of course, dear.
Might not be too bad, Ted. We do have your niece Judy's graduation party in a couple months.
Oh, little Judy's graduating, is she?
Yes, Mother, you know that.
I'm so glad she made it. She always seemed a little off to me.
Could be because your mother pushed her out of a moving vehicle.
When is that again?
The second Saturday in July, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really? I can't.
Why?
Funeral.
Funeral?
Funeral? Are you a hit woman? Is that why you know there's a funeral 2 months from now?
dear. Don't be silly. A hit woman. Oh, that's funny, Denise. I just remembered, though, that I have a funeral the second Saturday of July. I've known for some time now.
How do you know months in advance that you have a funeral?
I don't know. Maybe it's a memorial service, old people.
See, you think she's old too.
Of course not, older people.
Older, that changes it completely.
Mom, when did you have time to look at places to live?
Oh, it is just the past few days.
How?
Well, there's this really neat thing out there right now. It's called the internet. It's amazing. Have you ever tried it?
Nice sarcasm, Flo. You learn well. Mm-hmm.
Sarcasm? No, I mean it. I mean it. You can gaggle anything and it just shows up.
Google.
Gaggle, Google. Look, it's all the same, right? I mean, you can see these great views of places inside and then outside. It's like some visual tour.
I think they call it a virtual tour.
It was amazing. It was very realistic. Oh, God, the things they could do nowadays.
Flo, may I ask you how you found out about the internet?
Oh, Brad showed me. That boy, that young man, he's not only an exceptional lover, but he's smart.
When did he show you the internet?
Oh, a few nights ago. Do you remember when Pastor John showed up here? Brad and I went back to his house that night. I must say, I haven't felt like that in years. It was such a turn on to see a man fight for my honor.
Please stop talking, Mother.
Oh, I mean it. I was just so invigorated. We went at it for hours. I don't know whoever started this rumor that seniors don't enjoy sex, because that is just not true.
I'm with Ted. Please stop
We
talking.
got done doing, how do you say it? Doing the nasty. Brad showed me his laptop.
Is that code for something?
No, I don't think so. He has this thin little computer, it just kind of top flaps open, and he showed me how to gaggle. And then
Google.
I figured it out. Google. And I was a pro in minutes. I've been searching places in Florida for the past 3 days. I finally found one.
Dare I ask where?
Daytona Beach.
Oh, Florence, you don't want to be in Daytona Beach. Oh.
Of course not. That's not a place for someone like you. I mean, maybe Fort Lauderdale or Tampa. I hear Cocoa Beach area is real nice as well. I mean, there's a lot of retirement villages.
Retirement village. I never said I was going to a retirement village.
But Daytona Beach gets all the kids going down there for spring break. And from what I understand, that place gets packed in the spring for 3 to 4 weeks with college and high school kids partying. I mean, you would be much happier somewhere else.
I think I'm quite capable of determining where I would be the most happy.
I'm just saying, Mom, Daytona Beach is a bit wild for someone, well,
For old people.
My mother is not old. I just think that you need to reconsider, that's all. I mean, why would you want to be around all those kids?
Listen here, you two. As Denise puts it, I may be old, but I am not dead. As I see it, if I can have a 35-year-old fighting for my honor, I don't see why I couldn't snag me some very nice college-aged boy.
What? Are you crazy? What makes you think you're going to date someone in college?
Whew. Well, they don't call me Florence the Cougar for nothing.
Who calls you that?
Oh, some of Brad's friends called me that. I thought it was cute. I never quite understood what it meant. I think it's because I told them I used to drive a Mercury Cougar.
They call you that because
Denise, stop right there. Don't say another word. So no retirement village, then where are you going to live?
I found this terrific condo. It's right on the beach. It's pretty cheap too. I even have a part-time job lined up.
let me guess, greeter at Walmart.
No, of course not. A greeter at Walmart. Now that's funny.
If not that, then what? What are you qualified to do?
I got a job as a greeter at Hooters.
Final curtain.
Thank you, everybody. Great job, wonderful job, cast. The show will be recorded and will be posted on our Facebook page for viewing at your convenience. If you liked this show and you'd like to see more shows, feel free to make a donation at baycityplayers.org. And remember, please also take an opportunity to visit givelocalbay.org to donate this evening. There's still some time left. Next week, we have another original work for you by a Texas playwright. The show is called Gargoyles and Scarecrow Sins, written by Rick Hamby. Thank you for watching, and see you all next week.
Hey.